For Horizon Climate Initiative, we have found no story more powerful than what we're talking about today. This hidden practice of fossil fuel fire power plants running when cheaper available resources could be used. And then adding insult to injury, passing on the extra cost of that choice to their captive customers.
2 investor-owned utilities in Louisiana knew that the end was coming for lignite coal. There was a deadline to shut down a particular coal plant which they co-owned and the mine that fed that plant. The utility decided to burn off $300 million worth of coal. Otherwise, they said, they wouldn't be able to recoup their costs. About a year before the plant was supposed to retire, the costs to customers of these utilities skyrocketed.
Utilities are not supposed to run their power plants this way. The legislative authorization is to operate least cost. The markets operate by lining up all of the resources from lowest cost to highest cost. They call on the lowest cost resources that are needed to meet demand. But it turns out that utilities can skip in line and say, you know what, regardless of the market price, I am going to run. And because it's almost exclusively the utilities with captive ratepayers that do this, if the market price doesn't cover their costs, they can pass on these excessive costs to ratepayers. We've calculated $1 to $3 billion per year in excessive ratepayer costs.
As coal's economics have taken a dive, the practice of uneconomic dispatch has risen. So it's not too difficult to figure out where this is happening. You need coal, and by and large, you need vertically integrated, regulated utilities that get to pass off their fuel costs. Those are sort of the conditions that really allow for this problem to happen.
The rubber meets the road at the state. In the end, it's the decisions by the people at public service commissions and regulatory bodies that impact people's everyday lives.
In 2023, 1/3 of Americans reported having to forego necessary expenses just to pay their energy bills. And nearly 1 in 7 households is behind on their utility bill. As people struggle with energy affordability, utility profits are on the upswing. 2023 was the most profitable year for electric utilities in the past decade.
After a couple of years of process and advocacy with the commission, a settlement was reached to give back $155 million to customers in various ways. Since that coal plant retired, CLECO, one of those utilities that owns the land where the coal plant was, has decided to repurpose it for a solar facility. It's the best possible news to see the dirtiest kind of power turn to the cleanest kind of power in Louisiana. I know it's going to be the cheapest, so that's all good news.
We work with and fund the communities and advocates that desperately want to end this unfair practice, and we're proud to serve as the hub of a comprehensive campaign strategy